Today we are going to start our numerical problems. Numerical problem 4.1. So these are very easy, as I have told you. To have, first of all, you have to understand what the problem is. I am going to read the problem. Find the resultant of the following forces. They have given you forces. First force is 10 Newton along x-axis. Second force 6 Newton along y-axis. And third force 4 Newton along negative x-axis. So this is the question which needs to find the resultant, and I have told you what is the resultant. So first of all, you have to draw x-axis. Next suppose I have this x-axis, y-axis, and this is negative x-axis, and vertical down is negative y-axis. So 10 Newton force acting along x-axis. So suppose I draw here 10 Newton force on x-axis. This is my force 10 Newton. I can name this force like, suppose this is A point, and ending force, ending the vector like A. So OA is the vector representing 10 Newton force. Next is 6 Newton force along y-axis. Suppose according to head to tail, you know head of the first vector coincide with the tail of the second. The second vector is vertically upward. Here, suppose this is 6 Newton force along parallel to y-axis, because it is a vertical force. Magnitude of this is 6 Newton. So you can name this force like suppose A, suppose B. A you have already written. B is the end point of this. So notice down according to head to tail rule, head of the first vector coinciding with the tail of the second. This is the second vector AB. So this is the tail coinciding with the head of the first vector. Now next third force is 4 Newton along negative x-axis. Now 4 Newton force acting along negative x-axis. So note down negative x-axis toward this side. So it means according to head to tail rule, we draw 4 Newton force towards this side. Suppose this is 4 Newton force toward negative side. So I will draw the direction toward negative x-axis, because he has given to us that 4 Newton force is acting towards negative x-axis. Now what you have to do? Find the resultant of all these forces. What method I have told you to find the resultant? Note down the property. If you have to find the resultant, head of the resultant coincide with the head of the last vector. This is our last vector. So this is first vector. So this is our resultant somewhere here. So according to the definition of resultant, look at, this is my resultant now. If I name it like C, so OC is my now resultant. Note down the property of resultant. I have told you, head of the resultant coinciding with the head of the last vector, tail of the resultant vector coinciding with the tail of the first vector. This is the tail of resultant, and it is the tail of the first vector. Tail, tail, and head. So it means OC is now our resultant vector. So we have to find the magnitude of this OC vector. To find the magnitude, we can draw from here perpendicular like this. So name it like D. Now you can see that this AB distance is equals to DC distance. So it means I can also write this 6 Newton force, because I have drawn perpendicular from this point. So now consider this triangle OCD. In this triangle OCD, we have to find the magnitude of OC vector. So clearly I have drawn perpendicular, so this distance is 4 Newton. So what would remaining here? We have to subtract from 10 to, we subtract 4 from 10. So it means remaining is also 6 Newton. Is it clear how this distance comes 6 Newton? How this force comes 6 Newton? Because this is total 10 Newton and this is 4 Newton. When we subtract this 4 from 10, remaining force is 6 Newton. So OD representing 6 Newton. Now you can see from the right angle triangle, you can also apply direct formula. In right angle triangle ODC, you know, according to Pythagoras theorem, OC I can write down directly. magnitude of this OC is equals to, this is the horizontal component OD. So I will write square of OD and then square of DC. Note down, this is the same thing which I told you. Remember how to find the resultant of the how to find the magnitude of the resultant. Sum of the horizontal component square plus sum of the vertical component square. OD is the horizontal force, DC is the vertical force. Now simply put the value. What is OD? OD is 6, square of 6. What is DC? DC is 6, square of 6. Now, what is square of 6? That is 36. And again 36. And when you add these, you will get 72. Okay, now you are allowed to use the calculator and find the this resultant force OC. If you use the resultant calculator, you will find the answer. Find the square root of this and you will find 8.5 Newton. So use your calculator and find the square root of 72. The answer will be 8.5 Newton. Now secondly, you also have to tell the direction. Note down, I have told you how to find the direction. To find the direction, you have to find the angle of this force, theta. Note down the article which I have explained to you. If you have to find the angle theta, then you have to apply the same formula which I have told you. Theta is equals to tangent inverse of Fy over Fx. Notice down, many times I have repeated this formula to find the direction in right angle triangle. Now here, what is Fy? Fy your vertical component, 6 Newton. What is Fx? Horizontal component, 6, again 6 Newton. So 6 can be cancelled with 6, giving you tan inverse of 1. When you find the value of tan inverse of 1 using calculator, the answer will be 45 degrees. So this is your answer. This is the angle. At this direction, this force is acting, resultant force is acting, and this is the magnitude of that force. So that is the end of this question. So note down, 6 Newton is horizontal force. You can also write it like Fx. You can also write this like Fy. So you can also place these value again in this formula. In place of OD, you can write square of Fx square. In place of DC, you can write square of Fy. So in either way, you can put the value. So this is the right answer.